Namaste to all you cosmic souls and welcome to your full moon energy update. I did receive a strong energy of release, which is why I began with the smoky quartz right here. But the selenite really stood out to me, and I started picking up all the selenites in our collection to place it for the energy of the reading. The energy of cleanse is actually coming out very strongly. The energy of abundance is coming out very strongly. Why? Because I found this chit here. It says full moon cleanse. There you go. You can see it now. And we have the energy of abundance too. So these are selenite bowls in which you can put your crystals, bracelets, tumbles. And selenite happens to be a self-cleansing crystal, so you don't really have to worry about the cleansing part. Okay, so now let's just get into your full moon reading and see what the full moon has to say to you today. Before that, I'm going to begin with some channeled messages about communication. Okay, so communication is received in response, in reflection, and in quietness as well as rest. So trust yourself. When something needs to be known, it will be known to you. Your lack of knowing is not ignorance. Your unknowingness is actually your bowing to life with trust. The uncertainty that you may be feeling at this point of time is actually your trust in the universe to guide you in the right way. You know something deep in your bones. Without knowing how or why or without any particular reason, you just know. So trust in that knowing and flow with that knowing. And that is the channeled message for you. The full moon is starting with the sun right there with the Knave of Pentacles, which is the Fool card. Not the Fool card, sorry, the Page of Pentacles. Which is kind of like the Fool, but in the minor arcana. If you are familiar with tarot, you may understand. Okay, that's all. Let us now begin. We have first the Knave of Pentacles. And in this, I'm already able to see that you are growing out of a really difficult phase in your life, and things may seem a bit difficult as you're trying to grow. You're really trying. You're trying to hold your head up high, and you're trying to say, yes, I can do this. With the full moon energy so strongly coming up to release, you're just pushing out of all the dirt and saying, yes, I want to come out. I want to be a bright person. I want to come back into that lively person that I used to once be. And with the Chariot, you're going for it. You're just going for it. You're saying, yes, I can do this. You're just using the sunlight and going, facing your shadow head on. It's not about making choices right now, rather just facing your fight. Rather than fighting with yourself, rather than fighting, you're saying, let's face this. Let's face the fight rather than fight the fight. With the King of Chalices, which is your King of Cups, you need to fill your emotional cup. As you let things go behind you, you're allowing that ship to sail as you step into this new person that you are becoming. There are still some things that you are tied to that need to be released, but for that, you need your emotional cup to be full. So wait until you find the fullness within yourself so that you have the energy to create release. So, this full moon is about filling your emotional cup so that you have enough space to create the release. You have enough energy to create release. There are people looking out for you, there are people that are giving you so much love. I see long hair, I see growth, I see love, I see abundance, yes, but more than anything, I see care by this kind of a gypsy soul. This could even be you caring for yourself, honestly. Um, Very, very grounding, very, very blue, very, very magical. Could be an elf in disguise come to help you. We have fairies, we have magic, we have lavender. So maybe if you have been having trouble sleeping, you have been having nightmares, or have been having anxiety attacks, sink in with a little bit of lavender tea, or the color lavender, violet flame healing, or even lavender incense. you know Lavender scent will really help you relax, rejuvenate, get some rest, and really sleep. Fall into a deep sleep with yourself. Just give yourself that deep rest. You will receive the justice that you have been looking for. It may not always seem like, it just seems unfair. Like, why would this happen to me? But the scales are going to balance out. You may not see the full picture on the other side, but you know where you stand, and the scales are balanced for you. And if the scales are balanced for you, the other side will balance automatically, because it reflects, right? It reflects. And if you are thinking about whatever this is that you have come out of, or you have been trying to come out of, there is a very strong chance that you will find peace and closure once you find and fill your emotional cup with love and care for yourself. We have the star here. The world. You are really coming out of something. It may not always be that easy. We have the devil reversed, the chariot, and the eight of wands. So what I'm seeing is that no matter what comes at you, so about balancing your scales, about this justice, right? So no matter what comes at you, you will be unfazed. Like, it will literally just not matter. Because you found that closure within yourself, nothing anybody says can hurt you, can touch you, because you have created that strength within yourself. And that in itself has created such a strong energy for you. It has created like a space of confidence, because now you know your truth, and that is what really mattered from the beginning. Now, with the star card reversed, we have the jellyfish, right? So usually it's about guiding you towards your future. But I feel like the optimistic side of you, somewhere, maybe you're coming out of it, because we do see the Knave of Pentacles. You're starting to come out of this pessimistic phase. There may be some kind of loss of faith that has permeated almost every aspect of your life. It may have been so confusing at one point, Hardships had begun to, just sprout out from you don't know where, like without reason. Why me? You may have questioned that to yourself so many times. Your bitterness towards sour luck may have begun to just wear you down. Like, I'm almost getting a pukish feeling, like I'm so tired of this. I just want to puke it out. I don't want it in me anymore, kind of feeling. It could have been a very trying time for you. Maybe you are still going through it right now. And, like being detached from your own self at one point. It's possible that there may have been a loss of passion, a loss of creativity. At some point, maybe you're still in that phase again. So the emphasis is on how you take care of it, how you move through it. We have the Chariot and the World, right? So it's talking a lot about emphasizing on self-care as you reconnect with yourself. Persevere through these difficulties and relief will come in its own time. It will take its time, yes. It will run its course. Basically, it has to finish its course. It has to kind of like move full circle, and that's what we have with the World card here, right? So in the World card, what you see is, I think they're called koi fish. This is the animal tarot. So we have really interesting animals that talk about your life, and it's really interesting because you learn a lot about the symbolism of animals, which is honestly a really interesting topic to get into. So these koi fish are just swimming around, floating around the earth. Their eyes are looking both forward and back. So, you're just observing everything, everywhere, attention to detail, kind of, paying homage to your past and saying, yes, this happened, I'm dealing with it. And now you're seeking out the future, seeing what can happen. Okay, it can also signify a lot of prosperity and fortune coming your way at this time, a successful completion of these past challenges that we spoke about with this star card and the jellyfish here. Okay, so it's symbolizing a completion of a circle, of an important leg of your journey of your life. You may be just coming to that kind of completion. And it could even talk about graduation, a promotion, a wedding, or even a birth of a child for that matter. So something that has occurred. We just spoke about closure here. That's also coming up here. Did we speak about closure here? There is some kind of closure, very strong kind of closure that is coming. And accomplishment too, like, kind of like satisfied with yourself. And what I'm seeing is that all of these, whoa, except the Eight of Wands, are major arcana cards. This is long term. So what you are creating yourself is long term right now. It's not about one situation in your life that happened. It's not about your current situation, but how it's affecting your life in the long term, the decisions you're making today. So something that has occurred that left you with a great sense of grief is coming to closure and accomplishment. And if not, you are very, very close to crossing that finish line. So reflection is coming up this full moon, right? So reflect on your journey thus far. Appreciate the steps you've taken to get to this point, to come all the way here from all of what happened. You're coming here, all the way here. Right? So be sure to tie up any loose ends. That's what we did here, tying up your loose ends as you come up, and, appropriately and fairly. So there are many lessons that you've learned along your path. So remember them well and apply them for the future. Now it's time to release your past behind as you take your lessons and experiences with you, but don't take your past with you. Leave the past in the past as you move towards now. Move towards your present state of being, your present state of breathing, you know. And with the devil card reversed. Now, what is this? This animal or. Right, so it's the mantis. It's the mantis. You know, in Kung Fu Panda, you see the mantis, that really strong mantis, really cool mantis who does Kung Fu. So we have the praying mantis. And what this is symbolizing is talking about safety, escaping some kind of raging flames, but edging closer to the tempting but dangerous mouth of this pitcher plant. And the pitcher plant is something that consumes its victims, right? If you're going to walk into that, it's just going to eat you up, it's going to consume you. So what this card is could be talking about is, you know, some kind of downfall. Be careful with where you step into, but with the card being reversed. So now we have the triangle up right. So you're rethinking the path. You're rethinking your situation. You're rethinking the steps that you've taken up till now. Reflection, right? So coming back to reflection all over again. You are on the cusp of a positive change. It's time to cast off the shadows clinging to you and enter this new stage without any burdens. This is a time for your soul searching, understanding yourself, and also a lot of self discipline too. Bad habits are hard to break. Yes, of course they are. But you are standing on the precipice of something great. You don't need to take the bad into the good with you. Confront the bad, confront your anxieties, put your inner demons to rest, put your inner conflicts to rest. Seek out professional help if that's what you need, because you are moving to, we spoke about filling your cup, emotional cup first, energizing yourself so that you're ready to really create this release, right? So you need to confront it. You need to seek professional help if that's what you need to. Try to come to terms with the secrets that you've held close to you out of shame, out of regret, out of guilt. An element of detachment can also help with this. So stay true to yourself and loosen your dependence on the parts of you that will only lead you backwards. So think about where you are, think about where it is that you need to go, where it is that you are currently going, where it is that you want to go from here. And that is what your chariot is symbolizing. What I love is the symbol underneath this happy and proud eagle that you see here. So what is this eagle symbolizing? Literally surveying the world around it. We have crystal eagles, by the way. If you are drawn to the symbolism of the eagle, then maybe taking using a crystal eagle to enhance your progress, especially with respect to this part, if you resonate with this reading, that will really, really help you find direction. So your eagles are deadly and commanding creatures. This is the nature that only empowers their symbolism of strength, ferocity, and alertness, extremely alert of what is happening around them. So because of their status and being an endangered species, they understand all too well what it means to forge their own path and continuously fight the good fight. So you're not fighting against yourself anymore. You're not fighting the fight. You're fighting the good fight. You're facing the fight. The chariot, this card, is reminding you that you must be proactive to overcome your personal obstacles. So basically saying, get out of your own way. You can plan your future steps and express your feelings about a situation, but it's only through action that you can actually change the course of your life. Action, right? Now, we just spoke about the symbolism, but what is this card actually telling us? It's demanding you to take action. It's demanding you to see your goals come into fruition, your dreams come into reality. Just as the heroes of yore set out on their journeys to test themselves against fate, so you should too embrace the struggles ahead. There will be challenges, but you will be ready for them because you are alert. You know, and the people around you are guiding you towards your internal self and your internal growth as well. Whether the journey is metaphorical or literal, like forge bravely on, just go for it. Your path is set. And though the way is not entirely clear, we'll talk about that in the Eight of Wands. It's not entirely clear, but it is yours to conquer. At the end of it all, you will gaze upon your victories as if they're the armor of defeated foes mounted on trophy poles. That just rhymed, didn't it? What did I say? As if they're the armor of defeated foes mounted on trophy poles. Okay. All right. So know that you are in a phase where you can totally just go head on. Again, the Eight of Wands, what is it talking about? Action. This is a falcon here, and it's darting swiftly through the air, dodging all the 8 arrows that are coming at it. So no matter what comes at you, justice will be served, basically. And the falcon is said to be one of the fastest in the world, capable of swooping down at terrific speed to snag its prey with grace and dexterity a very few could match. And you have that kind of energy that is flowing through you right now. So it's asking you, it's reminding you to move forward, and you've left your troubles behind. Like, look how far. How far. It's all the way there, all that you went through. You're all the way here. Time to take action. So you've left your troubles and hardships behind, and you're heading towards your bright future. So now, what is this signifying? What is this telling you? It's telling you that you've overcome past adversity and moved forward into a new dynamic space where your energies can be directed towards your goals once more. So basically reiterating what the Chariot is saying. The Chariot is basically your end game, your outcome, a long-term project. But the Eight of Wands is talking about the right now, the action of the present moment, of the present situation. So you have moved forward into this space where your energies can be directed towards your goals once more. The core trait of this position is dynamism, being dynamic, going with the flow, embracing the swiftness and the speed that life is granting you. We spoke about that in the 4-4 energy portal reading as well. The swiftness, the speed of action that is coming through. It's a theme right now. It's everyone is feeling that energy because we are in Aries season after all. So you're going to feel it. So continue to move forward and not back. If you're in your mind about taking action, you need to do the action as well to match the words that you're saying to yourself, right? Because otherwise you're just going to be talking about the action. But is the actual action actually happening? Call yourself out, ask yourself whether you're doing it. Home in on your goals and don't let yourself get distracted. It's not a time to get distracted. Focus and go for it. Any ongoing projects are soon to be blessed with a spurt of creativity that's just gonna come just like that. Okay, and you'll quickly see them through to completion. If you have any new ideas, strike the iron while it's hot, because it's a very strong time to take action on those ideas that you have been having. The world is open to you, so embrace the chance that you've been given to explore what you've always wanted to explore. I can't even tell you how strong the energies are coming through right now. Let's see if there's anything else that you need to hear and know at this point of time. With the Queen of Wands, again, it's a space of action, right? You just have to embrace the flow of the action, because the action is going really fast, and sometimes you may try to find discipline in it, but some things may be kind of confusing as well, which is what the Death card is symbolizing. You're going through a very, very significant rebirth, so you need to embrace that rebirth. There's going to be a lot of organized thought in this flow that you're having, that is going to come out in the form of like celebration. I was almost about to say a wedding. I was about to say wedding, but I don't know if this is going to be a wedding for you. If it is, please tell me if you're thinking about a wedding. I want to know in the comments if you're having that wedding. But yeah, there's not much about love. It's more about releasing your past. And of course, it could relate to any situation that you are having right now, right? So, a lot of organized thought that is moving towards some kind of celebration and unity, which I absolutely love. What wonderful energies this full moon is bringing us today. Thank you so much for spending time with me, for listening to this reading, for really sharing your energies with me today. Thank you so much. Sending you so much love and so much light. Namaste.